What's up, boys, girls? No, we're not offering tequila to boys. What's up, gentlemen, ladies? I am here with Juan Bonilla. Juan, say hello.
Mr. Tequila here.
Mr. Tequila here, and we are promoting the Viva Tequila Festival, which will be coming to the Battery on Saturday, September 25th. Juan, you've got some sexy bottles right now in front of me because I find bottles very, very sexy.
Well, they're the sexiest you can see, but we got just a sample of what you're going to be able to sample.
This is a sample? There's like 19 bottles on the table.
Yeah, on the day of the festival, we expect you to try at least 30 to 50.
30 to 50 tequilas?
Different tequilas. And we got very high-end stuff, like some of the ones that we're going to try here, that they go over, $100 to $1,000. And then we're going to have some of the, what we call the small batch produced. Usually we try to start at about $35 and up.
Hang on. So you're telling me I'm going to have a $1,000 shot?
Well, not a shot. The bottle is $1,000.
I can drink the bottle with you.
Yeah, well.
So let's let you know exactly what's going on. So the Viva Tequila Festival, Juan is going to be handing out samples of all these tequilas along with other vendors.
Exactly.
$75 right now if you sign up ahead of time before Saturday, July 25th.
Yeah.
You get $25 off. We're down to $50. They're going to sample these tequilas, and you're going to pair them with food as well, right? It's a whole festival.
The whole festival is all about a culinary experience. We're trying to support all the local restaurants here in the Atlanta area, and each restaurant will provide like a little sample that goes well with a particular tequila. So you get to try, some salmon or some barbecue or some ribs, and each one of those will be paired with a different tequila. So you get the whole experience that day.
It's a lot of good talking. When do we start drinking?
Right now.
Yeah, let's start this thing. Okay.
I heard that you like the aged tequila, so I'm going to go straight up to Reposado. This one here is what we call this a Unico. That means it's a batch that was only produced once. This is in 2007, and it's called Cava Don Samuel. And you can only get these in Georgia. There's no other way in the States you can get it. Even in Mexico, it's extremely difficult to get. And that's the type of things that we try to bring to the festival. Very unique, very different experiences. Tequila, too, is better taste and very similar to a champagne flute. It's a tequila glass. Most people don't know it, but even a champagne flute will do, or a snifter. Don't do shots. Tequila is not meant to be shot unless the tequila is super low quality. And
I've been doing it wrong the whole time. We're not supposed to shoot this?
No. A lot of people tell us, it's like, well, my spring break experience was terrible. It's like, yeah, that's because you're drinking something that you probably should not be drinking.
Do you suggest drinking it off maybe a 22-year-old girl?
Yeah, that's always a good thing.
So what exactly do I do with it? Do I
just smell it first, just like in most alcohol. The closer you get your nose to the rim, the more of the alcohol taste you're gonna get. The further away from the rim, the more of the agave flavor.
Oh, so I want it down here, probably.
Like somewhere around there. You should get it close and then
do a little bit of both.
Yeah, that way you get it. And then to taste it, I always recommend what I call is kiss the glass. You'll see that across all our social medias. Kiss the glass, just a little tiny kiss, and that gets your mouth ready.
Okay.
And then on the second one, you do a little bigger sip, but still sips. Don't do shoots.
No shots.
No, definitely not.
You're killing me here, Juan. Okay.
Try your little kiss first, and then you do the other one. So on the kiss, what you get is your palate is going to say, hey, we're going to drink tequila, so be ready. And now on the next one.
It's like a first kiss. I'm starting at first base. I'm not going all the way to third base with a girl.
Exactly.
So now,
there you go.
So now we're going to do the dirty, right?
Yep. What do you think?
Very smooth.
That is a good word. But this one has been aged for about a year in the barrel, and even though it's been a year, the color is not like super strong. That's another thing. Cheap tequilas usually will have a very, very dark color because they can put colorants on it.
Oh, so it's not actually the barrel that's aging it and giving it the color. They're just putting in food dye, basically.
If it is very cheap tequila. Like if you're spending less than $30, be just very conscious that could happen. Over $30 is less likely to happen, but
Do I look like somebody with a drink cheap tequila one?
Yeah.
He knows me very well.
That's why I'm trying to make sure that people know about him and you see the difference between the good stuff.
But normally when I drink tequila, get that.
Oh yeah.
And you got to hit the lime afterwards, and my nipples get hard. Didn't have that issue with this one. That was reposado.
Yeah, that's a reposado from the Highlands.
Am I saying that right? Reposado.
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 There you go.
Let's keep drinking.
The one word that a lot of people realize with reposado is when they do in the cruise line industry, they reposition the boats. So reposado, that's that's a good way to do it.
Okay.
All right. Let me get you another one.
All right, talk to me about the bottles too. So the taller the bottle, the more expensive. That's what we learned here today, right?
Well, not necessarily. The short bottles too can be very expensive. You know, it all depends on the brands, how they want to package it. But definitely they put a lot of attention on the details. You know, like these guys put the agave plants on the side. They put metals on the front. These guys here, they have labels that are all metal labels. You can see it's all. We call it Mexican handcraft. You know, they're all pasted by hand, so some of them even come off a little bit, but it's just a very, very unique technique for each one of the bottles.
And the blancos or the clear ones, those come right off. You're pouring the agave right into the bottle. Or
after the distillation, okay. Right? So after distillation, alcohol is ready, then it goes straight to the bottle. However, they need to regulate the alcohol content. Usually goes to 38% or 80 proof. That's kind of like where the measure usually goes. They need to lower it down with a little bit of water because from the first batch comes out at about 51, 52% or 102 proof. So you need to lower that down a little bit to meet regulations.
Can I ask one more question before we move on to our next one?
Sure.
Are you going to finish that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. I was going to if you weren't.
But ask the question.
Yes. That was my question. I just want to know if you were going to finish it. I was going to drink it for you.
We'll do it in a minute. Let me taste you now on one of the lowlands. The difference between lowlands and highlands is about 2,000 feet. You know, the terroir on the lowlands is a lot more flat. In the highlands, it's very hilly, so you get a lot more water. So the highlands tend to be a little bit more sweeter in taste, and the lowlands is more mineral. So you should get some of the peppery notes and probably some of limey notes on that one. Yeah, exactly. Do the same type of bouquet.
Some limey notes. So, okay, is tequila only brewed in Mexico?
Yes, so it has to be made and raise the plants in Mexico. If not, they cannot have the denomination of tequila. Some companies still out there showing a label of tequila, but they're not tequila. And you got to be very careful with that. They need to have a Mexican stamp. It's called the CRT. That's the government regulation for tequila. And the other one is NOM. At the bottom of each bottle, you should see a NOM. There's CRT. A little number and CRT. So those are two things that every single bottle that is good tequila should always have. You see
CRT.
NOM, CRT. Yeah.
So just to reset, we are here with Viva Tequila, Juan Bonilla. I'm gonna Viva Tequila Festivals. Juan Bonilla. I'm gonna mess up your name the more we closer we get into
That's
drinking.
fine. The easiest way to say it is Mr. Tequila.
Mr. Tequila. We'll keep doing that. The festival, by the way, if you're looking for tickets, is Saturday, September 25th. You can buy tickets, pre-order tickets now. They're normally $75. We'll put the QR code at the end of the video. You can buy them now up until Sunday, July 25th. And you get $25 off. It's going to be here at the Battery. We're pairing with food. We're drinking. Bring your ladies, bring your boys, bring your friends. Juan, you got a lady?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. You're going to bring her?
Absolutely.
I'm going to talk to Mrs. Tequila then.
Oh, yeah. It's a tequila girl.
Is it girl or girls?
Yeah, just one.
Just one? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know. You got multiple tequilas? I thought you might have multiple girls.
It's all official.
All right, so now we're on to this one. What would you pair with this one? This was one of the lowlands.
Yeah, that's a lowland. The dish that we absolutely love to pair here in Atlanta is from a restaurant called Casi Cielo. You've probably seen it in Sandy Springs. They have a dish that is the beef marrow, and that one also has a little bit of barbecue meat on it, and that's just delicious. And that's the one that pairs very good with it.
Do I eat the meal before I drink, or do I drink and then eat the meal? How do I pair the two?
Yeah, it's usually one and one. So you go a little bite and a little sip, a little bite, a little sip. So no matter really the order, but you want to enjoy your full meal with a sip of tequila.
You want some?
I'm fine doing that. Yeah. We'll get it. What do you think of that one compared to the first one?
I got told, breathe out after you taste it.
That helps with all your mouth to really get the full flavor of the tequila. So yeah, when you breathe.
Strangely enough, This is the Lowlands. I find this one smoother than the Highlands one.
Yeah.
And there's a little... Man, I feel dumb right now. I taste some oaky. Can I just make things up? I taste strawberry.
I like you to smell in comparison with this one. Now, you get the two of them.
Smell a little bit of politics. Just start making things up.
Politics.
Is a cat in there? No, you know how people do that when they drink wine? Let me see.
Yeah.
I smell This has something more in it.
Oh, yeah. The thing that you're smelling on that one is the agave plant, like
the actual plant itself.
Yeah, you get that one more in the Mitiera because they use that as part of the maturing process. They put actual leaves of the agave on there, and it's almost like a tea of of agave. So yeah.
And so when I show up to Viva Tequila Festival, we're getting all this offered to us right now.
At least, this is just a portion of everything that's going to be there. So the idea is that you guys come up, have fun, and also start tasting different tequilas because tequila is as big of a world as the wine world. So you get so many different profiles, so many different tastes, so many different textures, and each one goes better or worse with a particular food. So that's why we're trying to educate people with that. So we got shrimp, we got lobster, we got pork, we got steak, we got a lot of proteins that you can definitely enjoy this.
Does it have to go with a protein? Is there a dessert tequila possibly?
Absolutely.
Look at me. I know what I'm talking about. Juan, I like my sugars.
Well,
we like our sugars.
I cannot be fully vested if I don't have my full suit on. But yeah, the desserts usually tend to go towards the sweet or sour, right? There's desserts that go towards the sweet, some of them go to sour. And depending on which dessert you're doing, then we have a particular tequila. Here there's another restaurant too, here close to the Battery. I'm just thinking it's Jimmy Kitchen.
Okay.
It's a very, very good restaurant. And they have a dessert that is very popular in Puerto Rico. So that one, if you taste it with the nacho reposado, you're going to absolutely love it. Also, the tres leches. Have you heard of tres leches?
Yes, tres leches.
That one goes very, very good with the nacho repo.
Might as well, yeah. One in Mexico, keep pouring.
Since we're tasting repos, now we're going back to the Highlands. I cannot separate the Lowlands on this side and the Highlands, so that way you can see the difference. So this one is a little bit more on the oaky side. It has a year and a half on the barrel compared to 1 year on that one.
Okay.
And what that does is just gives you a little bit more of the wood, a little bit more color, more notes of the wood, and just different taste.
Are the barrels charred, by the way?
Some of them are, some of them not. Yeah, like most of these guys buy the barrels either from France or from the United States. Here in the States, we got a lot of people that get it from Kentucky or get it from Bourbon land. This one in particular uses Maker's Mark's barrels.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, so you'll probably get some of those notes, the cherry notes and all that.
We're going to have some issues here in a second, Juan. My sips are getting smaller.
Oh, yeah.
Why is that?
Because I wanted to try a lot more.
Oh, okay. You don't know my tolerance. All right. So this is a Maker's Mark barrel.
Yeah.
From the Highlands.
For a year and a half, 18 months aged. Yeah.
Kiss.
It's called a super or extra premium reposado. And that's just a very, very cool thing they do is from the plant of agave. Tequila comes from a plant called agave. You probably heard of that. It's a round root, the one that actually gets cooked. Like all the leaves that you see on the pictures and all that, those get cut. And then you get the round thing. Probably we'll put a picture of it in a minute in the video, but the root gets cooked, but before you cook it, if you split it in half, the center part of the core of it, that's very bitter. So if you remove that, then you get a little sweeter tequila, and that's what you get. Like these guys, they remove all that core, and that's what you get.
I'm going to do this again.
Yeah, very, very little sips.
You sound like my wife right now. Slow down, Hoyt. Hang on.
Yeah, slow down, no. Sips. We got just 6 hours to taste. So the festival starts at noon. We open the doors around 11:30 to get you checked in and all the stuff, but the actual tasting starts at noon. And we go till 5 o'clock. That's when we start shutting down the main areas. And then from 6 to 9, we have the after party.
At the Battery,
at
just
the
hit
Battery.
everybody up at the Battery.
Yeah, so the whole Battery is open for everybody. The public is welcome to come even if you don't have a ticket. You're gonna be able to roam around and to just walk through it. But all the alcohol tasting and the food tasting happens inside the stadium. So you gotta actually cross the doors, the gates of the stadium, and then inside the stadium, all the terrace level, that's all set up for all the restaurants and the tequila pairings there.
And you guys do that by going to vivatequilafestival.com. Grab the tickets. Again, it's Saturday, September 25th, $75. We're trying to get people to pre-order right now, though. If you pre-order
Yes.
up until Saturday, or Sunday, July 25th, you get $25 off. Basically, it's a beer fest. We've all done beer fest. We've all done that. But it's a tequila fest, right?
The biggest difference with a beer festival or a wine festival is that we incorporate the food. So we're trying to make it very, very culinary. And all the chefs that help us out, they really put a lot of attention on the plate. So it's paired with the tequila. And that's the biggest difference that we have with all those other festivals.
So here's how classy of a person I am. I do a beer fest, and I just bring a pretzel necklace. That's my food. But you're like pairing with the best restaurants in all of Atlanta.
We're talking about lamb, salmon. Even for the vegetarians, we got a lot of options too. That they have, these amazing salads, or they have some peppers. They got some other fruits that combine very, very well with tequila. So it's just an experience that you don't want to miss. We've been doing this for 5 years. This is going to be our, ultimate one so far because we're going big. We're going to the Brave Stadium. We rented the whole place just so you guys can enjoy. And we're helping out all these restaurants. We've been coming out of the pandemic. It's been extremely hard for all the hospitality industry, but restaurants in particular have been hit very, very hard. So we're trying to help as much as possible to each one of those restaurants and showcase them in a very, very big stage.
Local restaurants, tequila. What do we hashtag trashed at Truist, right? That's what we're doing. We're getting trashed at Truist. No, I don't think
trash.
Is there going to be music there as well?
Absolutely.
Mariachi? What are we doing now?
We got a whole lineup of musicians. We got 2-3 bands lined up. We got definitely mariachis. We have some other artists too coming out through the day. And it's going to be just a great experience.
It's just a party. Is that what it is?
That's the whole idea, that you party out, but at the same time, we try to keep you not trashed. So
no. I didn't mean to say trashed.
No, but important of that is the city of Atlanta. They didn't want us to do the festival. They were like, oh my God, it's going to be just another alcohol party. Everybody's going to be wrong. Like, no, because we're trying to set this right. We're preparing all these lineup of tequilas that are very high end, very expensive, and also the ticket price is a little higher. So we try to weed a lot of people that just want to come and get drunk.
Well, you're giving away $1,000 bottles tastings of that.
Yeah.
I mean,
so
this is a high class. This is a little higher class than what I'm used to,
very,
right?
very high class. And then after the first festival, the mayor and the chief of police came to me and told me, like, congratulations, guys. I mean, you've done the first festival where we had 0 incidents and not even a complaint by the neighbors, by people that were standing there. All the police officers were super happy. So now it's kind of like a perk for them to participate in our festival. So, yeah, I mean, we try to do it very nice, very high end, very upscale. We just try to please everybody, but in a nice way.
Viva Tequila Festival, vivatequila.com. Get your tickets, $75. Again, it's Saturday, September 25th, here at Truist at the Battery. You want to pre-order those tickets, guys, up this weekend, okay? Going up until Sunday, July 25th, $25 off, only $50. Juan, Mr. Tequila?
Salud.
Salud. I'm out. We need more.
We need the añejos now. We got to try some añejo.
All right.
So let's get that brown bottle over there.
Oh, the sexy bottle.
Yeah. This one here, they put a lot of attention on the details. They have the glass cork, also going on. So even if you finish it, you can use the bottle for either glassware or candle lights and stuff like that.
Like in real life, does size matter when it comes to the bottle?
Not really,
Okay.
to be honest. It's just more impressive, I guess, when you see it on the table. But some of the smaller bottles too, they're even more expensive. But just the quality. It's whatever your palate likes. That's the most important thing. That's why I want you to try as many as possible.
This is a Lowland Reposado?
This is a Lowland, and it's been rested for almost 3 years. This is what we call it, close to an extra añejo category, but it's not right there. It's just the añejo, and hopefully you're gonna like this one a lot.
You saved the best for last for me, huh?
Well, no, that one's gonna be this guy. You got one more before we finish the tasting. So One of the
So I don't even smell the alcohol on this one. Like, remember when you said you get close?
yeah, and that one
smell the alcohol.
is very hard. The more age you get, the alcohol evaporates,
Okay.
right? So the more of the age, the alcohol gets evaporated. However, it gets concentrated too on the liquid that is behind. So the taste is completely different from a repo just because it's been another year in the barrel or 2 more years in the
That's
barrel.
the smoothest one you've done so far. That one's fantastic.
There you go. So that's always a great thing to have it. And we're gonna have some other guests joining us later, but that's one that I want you to taste. That one in particular goes great with grilled steaks. You know, if you got your steak and you put it either you would like the ribeye or you got the New York strips. Those 2 steaks go phenomenally well with this particular tequila.
I'm a petite filet man.
Yeah, I can
you
see
tell,
that.
right?
Petit filet.
All right, let's finish off with the last one then.
Yeah, the last
Again,
one.
guys, vivatequilafestival.com. Grab your tickets, pre-order this weekend, $25 off. September 25th is the festival.
Yes.
We are here with Mr. Tequila
Mr.
from Viva
Tequila.
Tequila Festival.
So this one here is going to be a little bit more on the sweet side. So you compare the 2 of them because this is from the Highlands.
It's almost like a coffee or a chocolate kind of smell to it.
It will
a
seem like
sweeter
that.
smell.
The sweeter smell, almost like vanilla.
Yeah, that's what it is, vanilla.
But what it is really, that's the agave. The agave is sweet by nature, and you guys probably seen in the supermarket and stuff. There's agave syrup. You can use that instead of honey because it's so sweet, and it does not have a lot of the properties or the bad properties for diabetics. So that's why agave has been very popular in sweetener. But that's the natural flavor of agave is very, very sweet.
And so I'm tasting the actual agave when I taste this thing.
Yeah, that's what you get. And it's not as sweet as some other things on the market. You know, it's just right there. You notice the ones that are mass-produced and the ones that are not mass-produced because of that. So what do you think of that one? That's the one that goes very well with desserts.
That's what I was going to say. Those 2. So does it happen to be Lowlands are better with desserts?
Highlands.
Or Highlands, excuse me. Highlands are better with desserts.
Just because they're on the sweet side of the equation. But that way you got the 2, you get to try, you get to compare them, and then you got to do it. So in the festival we do this, but with food. And that's what is a key component, is the food will really, really help you out, distinguish which one you like the best. You know.
Again, here with Juan Bonilla, Viva Tequila Festival. Guys, make sure you get your tickets. September 25th, $75. Let's pre-order those things. We'll be out there. Like I said, it's a beer fest for tequila. This man knows his tequila better than anybody in the state of Georgia. Come on out. Live music, food. He's pairing this stuff. Is that a sommelier? What's the word for it?
Yeah, we
nice.
call it the Maestro Tequilero.
Master Tequilero.
Yeah.
I failed Spanish. Anyways, Juan, Mr. Tequila. Thank you for
Pleasure to
coming
meet
out.
you
We'll
guys.
see you out
Awesome.
there.
Absolutely. We will see you guys in the festival, and stay tuned for other promotions and especially the parties. We throw usually every Tuesday a party here in the Battery where we offer different type of margaritas.
Where's my
different type of
invite been,
things.
dude?
Well, every Tuesday, you can think of Taco Tuesdays, where we do Tequila Tuesdays. But by the game, you know, the restaurant, the game in front of a super pan, we usually pair with any of those 2 guys on Tuesdays. And then we're working our way to the stadium with different offerings based on tequila. So, you know, you guys come and experience some of that before the game. So,
How do we say cheers in
Salud.
Spanish? Salud.
Salud.
Salud.